Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners along with Bob Igino. Real quick, thanks for getting us to over 3,000 subscribers. If you know other people who like or appreciate this content, please let them know. And thank you for continuing to watch our videos. Bitcoin, I think I want to just zoom out. Might end up at some point releasing this system. Still working on it. I think I mentioned a few days ago, it did trigger a buy system. Again, this is not investment advice, not telling you what to trade, not doing anything of the sort. You have to make your own decisions. Just starting to investigate something with the new system that's been testing out quite well. Gave us a buy signal back on April 16th. And on April 23rd, it gave us a raise the stop, so the stop would be below this low, which would also take it below the daily rotation zone. It does not use the rotation zone in figuring that out. I'm just paying attention to it. It is below the daily rotation zone, and you know in these videos how we follow that. So that's where is a stop that we're monitoring is. That would be below this prior resistance shelf becoming support and the rising rotation zone. So you have a lot of stuff in the way before that stop, but that's where the stop would be. So if it came down and closed below that level, that would be a stop out on the trade. Separate from that, let's go to the 4-hour chart, just drifting sideways, letting the rotation zone catch up, pretty much hanging out right at the 8 EMA right now. If we did start to drop, especially I'm watching the 74.66 level, you can see how it held with a bunch of lows and a key close right here. A key close right there and another low right there. So I'm really paying attention to 74.66. If we did drop below that, the major support then is about 7,400, this spike low and the bottom of the rotation zone. If we fell below there, then now we're below the rotation zone on the 4 hour, so we'll start watching a bigger pullback back to about 7,200 to about 72.30, right in this area with the rising 50 and a 50% retracement prior Gann level. To the upside, targets are still the same. We'll take a look at those when I go to the daily, which I'll do now. Target major cluster area we're watching is this 78.69 to about 79.38 level. Then above that at 8,000, you have the moving average. So you have lots of overhead resistance, but if we get up, especially above 7,900, that's a definite area to move up stops to protect any long positions. So I said first level, we'll be watching on any drop is about 73.50. This is prior, again, resistance becoming support. With the rotation zone is going to be rising into that level. We're slower on, this is recorded on Saturday, April 25th in the afternoon Central Time. So by Sunday, when we generally get some more price action moving on, while the moving average closing in on that level. So that's the key level we'll be watching. If we did drop below that, then I'll really be focusing on about the 71.90 level we already talked about, 7,200. And we're starting to get some separation in the rotation zone. So you don't want to see it get below about 7,080. 7,080 is your key level support. It's in overbought condition, just barely on the daily. And we've not been able to break out. We've been stair-stepping higher, still making higher highs and higher lows. So this is a bullish move, especially with the rotation zone in the favor. It's just a very slow and steady creeping climb. That's why it helps to at least move up your stops below key levels should we get some kind of big reversal. Switching over to Ethereum. See running up here. We have this major cluster, 198 running up there and then pulling back a bit, holding just above the rotation zone. So key support coming in right now we're watching is about this 191.60 level. If we did drop below it, we'd be watching this prior support shelf with the bottom of the rotation zone and a Gann level at 187.50. Don't really want to see it drop below there because then we'd start monitoring about 181, but then the bullish pattern would be broken and Ethereum has been moving up very nicely. Now, what I'm going to do, since we already know where that cluster is, 198.42, if we get above this 198.50 level, we'll start watching for 202.18. Then now we have another cluster at 206.15. So you don't want to ignore the especially the 206.15 level in overbought on the 4 hour, but as we know, it can stay that way for a long time. So let's take a look at the daily. Daily finally starting to creep up. If we did get a big reversal, especially a close, we're back in overbought condition and we have a higher high. If we did get a close below today's low, it would trigger a daily divergence setup which then could be a sell. So that's definitely a sign to move up your stops. I would not just sell, but that's definitely a sign to move up your stops. Key levels we'll be watching. Again, this is about 188 level. Dropping below that, we'd be watching on the daily, 182. And then major support coming in at this prior resistance shelf, turned support shelf. So you see here resistance, retest, support, and now we have the bottom of the rotation zone, the flat 200, and all this price action. So major support on Ethereum back down at the 172 level. So we have for you for Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.